Hello, and welcome to another Dad Talk. Hopefully, it's my kids watching this. Hi, Madison. Hi, Mason. Hopefully, I'm still around. But if I'm not, then this will live on for you to refer back to. So, this is your dad, and I want to give you another Dad Talk. This one's going to be about credit scores. And I know that sounds like a really boring topic, but this time we're not necessarily talking about the credit score you'd normally consider. So, we are, but we're not. Credit scores are immensely important to your professional and personal lives. So I want to make sure that you take proper care of them and take them with the appropriate regard. A credit score, from a financial perspective, out in the real world, when you go to buy a car, buy a house, everything else, is very, very valuable. Not only will it allow you to purchase things that you can't purchase otherwise, but depending on your credit score, you can actually save money on things like your interest rates and terms of loans that you can even possibly qualify for. Your mom and I have been very, very careful about our credit scores, and we maintain very high credit scores on purpose for this reason and others. So definitely do not take that for granted. Don't ever think it's okay to just pay bills late and it's no big deal to catch up to me later. No, this is one of those things you need to exercise military precision with and deliver every single time that you possibly potentially can. Do not make the mistake of thinking it's no big deal to float a few bills late. It's a big deal, and it'll come back to haunt you later on. It's a big deal. Okay, so first and foremost, that one's fairly obvious, so we don't have to spend too much time on that. Now comes into the one that's not so obvious, and it's actually a much harder credit score to judge, and it's a much easier credit score to lose, and that is your personal credit score. Your personal credit score is with regards to your interpersonal relationships with other people. Professionally, I don't care what line of work you're in, and I don't care what you're ultimately doing. Sooner or later, you're going to be making promises to people, and you need to keep those promises in order to keep maintaining your personal credit score with people. If you get a reputation for as being somebody, I should say, who does not keep their promises to people or does not keep their commitments, that will come back to haunt you. And unlike a financial credit score, there is no 7-year statute of limitations on it, or whatever you want to call it, where it ages off your record. Sometimes it can stick with you for life. Okay, so you both know, Madison and Mason, you both know that I don't make promises to you very often, if ever. And there's a very important reason for that. The reason for that is because I do not make a promise unless I know for an absolute certain fact that I can keep it. And this goes back into my personal credit score. You could poll right now any of my close friends, family, what have you, and they will tell you that if I make them a promise, they can take it to the bank. I mean, I am absolutely known for that caliber of personal credit score. This is immensely powerful in your personal life. For example, there have been times, and I don't do it very often, but there have been times that I've needed help and I call out for help from friends. I make one call, maybe I throw out a group text message, and this happened real time when I had to move my safe upstairs and I couldn't get it up the stairs by myself, and it was comical, but I digress. And I made a single text message, just threw it out to a couple of my buddies and said, hey, I'm struggling, I need to get this really heavy, awkward thing up the stairs, it's gonna be back-breaking work, you guys should come over, it'll be a great time. And I had, within 7 minutes, I had half a dozen cars screeching tires out front, stopping and knocking on the door, right? That is a direct result of my personal credit score. That is a result of the fact that I don't ask for help needlessly. I don't ask for help all the time. And more importantly, with those circle of friends that I'm engaged with, when I make a promise, I keep it. And they do the same in turn. So when you invest in your personal credit score and you have people of the appropriate caliber around you, which hopefully you do, they respect that and then they return it in kind. So you'll see that you actually get back what you invest in both yourself and other people. So if you invest in such a way that you hold yourself at the highest caliber of integrity and honesty, you'll find that people in your circle of friends, assuming that you are maintaining good people in those circles, will reinvest that back into you. This makes your life so much easier. It makes your life so much more rewarding, and it makes your relationships much more fulfilling. So, again, if you take anything away from this, it is that credit scores are important, and not just the financial ones. The financial ones are very important too, but the personal ones are extremely important. You know, in a professional setting, when you go on and do whatever it is you guys do in life and take over the world and whatever it is you desire, your handshake has to mean something. Your head nod needs to mean something. Your signature needs to mean something. And I know that in this world and this crazy place we live, it seems like that's going more and more to the wayside, but not for you two, okay? That needs to carry weight. The word promise means something. Your signature means something. Your commitment to people means something. And again, this isn't just golly gee willikers because you're a good person and that's what you should do, although that's part of it. It's because it's an investment that comes back to you in spades from family, friends, and everyone else around you. So please, please, please maintain the highest level of credit score you possibly can. And that means both with the professional world and the financial realm. It just makes your life easier. And it especially means in your personal life. You know, you should strive to be held in the highest regard you possibly can when it comes to honor, integrity, promises kept, right? So, anywho, that's the end of this little dad talk. Just a quick reminder out there for the community. These little dad talks are for my kids. I'm throwing them up on YouTube so that they live on in infamy in case that I get hit by the metaphorical bus someday. They can refer back to these and maybe get a little bit of solace from that. Or who knows, maybe I'll still be around and I can watch them with them, 10 years from now and laugh at what a dumbass I am. So either way, though, this is for my kids. It's not for the YouTube community. If anybody in the YouTube community gets any benefit out of this, that's great. And that's awesome. And I'm happy for you. Just know, though, just being real, this isn't for you. It's for them. So that being said, hope that message is well received. And Madison Mason, hope you have a great day. And this is Dad, and I love you.